Good morning, book buddies. I'm going to read you a little excerpt from this book. This is called Crossed Lines. It's sort of loosely connected to the other stories in the book. The person in this story is not living in the house that most of the stories are about. She's in the neighborhood though, and she picks up the phone, which is something I got from a CBC story a while ago, where back in the day you'd pick up the phone and there'd be another conversation happening, which would be like a huge gift and thrill when that would happen. And she's in junior high school, and honestly this is sort of a nod to Judy Blume, who I loved, like every woman my age, and it's sort of about young girls learning who they are, learning to stand up for themselves, learning what's right and wrong, and just figuring life out. So this is one that I've read at some events and has gone over well, so maybe you'll like it. Crossed Lines. Put on my new glasses. Yes, maid. I got a new coat ordered from the Sears catalog now. Yes, now, what's it like? Hello, I say into the receiver. I don't recognize these voices. Oh, it's a nice bright red color. White fur around the hood. Hello? Hello? Nothing. They can't hear me. I'm trying to call Trifina. I need to know what she's wearing to school tomorrow. I've got the phone cord hauled around the kitchen door, over to the dining room. Dad's yelling at me to go to bed out of it, and I can't even call her because there's two old biddies talking about their new Sears coats on the phone. That sounds nice, Mary. Red. Yes, maid. Never had a red coat before. That'll look right nice on you, Mary. I'm stuck in a moment of indecision. Something about listening in on their conversation feels sinful, and I do the Hail Mary full of grace cross on my chest that the sisters made us do at Sunday school. That should cover me, right? I think the lady who brought us the red coat sounds like the woman who lived diagonal to us in the big mansion on the corner of the rich part of Circular Road and Rennie's Mill Road. She lives there with her husband and two kids and random people who live in the apartments. Her kid Bobby is a grade ahead of me. He's a bit of a skeet, but in a smoldering way. Trifina said earlier today that she would wear her Aikida International flag jeans to school tomorrow, so I better not wear my Aikida International flag jeans to school tomorrow. Personally, I don't see why it's such a big deal, because they're different colors anyways. Her are forest green, mine are red. When I was a kid, like maybe 5, we got a prank phone call at the house. I was wearing my red cords. The woman on the phone asked me what my parents were doing. I told her my mommy was playing piano and Dad was putting my brothers to bed. The woman asked what I was wearing. This made me feel strange. I remember looking down. My red cords? Oh yeah, she said. Put your hands between your legs there. My face turned hot, and I actually started to put my hand between my legs before I realized that I have the power here. My red cords. I have to go now, I said. I slammed the phone back down on its base. I was disturbed. I felt shaky. I went to find Mom. I interrupted her piano practice. Mom, I said, some weird lady just called here. Who? I don't know. Well, what did she sound like? Like an old bag, I said. Mom looked concerned. Well, you know how sometimes you pick up the phone to make a call and you're listening to someone else's conversations? The lines get crossed? Yeah. Was it that? No, it wasn't that. It was only me and her on the phone. She was asking me questions and I answered. What did she ask you? I burned hot again. It's okay, honey. What did she say? I told her. There's something about a phone call. Even though the person isn't physically next to you, they're in your ear, in your mind. You gonna just use the same coat you did last year? Oh my God, they're still talking about coats. Yes, maid. Gerald have a cow now. I goes and buys a new coat for no reason. Oh, go on, boy, Gerald. Don't be so foolish. Yeah. Don't be so stingy, boy, Gerald. The two women cackle, the pitch getting higher and higher until they cry. Poor old Gerald. Sometimes I'm not sure if I should trust Trifina. I think she's my friend. I mean, I'm glad she hangs out with me. She's good for my reputation. And she's nice to me and everything. It's just, sometimes she's a bit of a boss hog. Like this one time, we went into the cafeteria to find a spot to sit, and I suggested, what about that table in the corner? And she, glared at me. No, she said. Why? I said. Isn't it obvious? She said. No, I said. Trifina just huffed and crossed her arms and rolled her eyes and stormed towards the table right in the middle of the room. She just wanted to be literally the center of attention. Probably she knows that my Aikida red flag jeans, international jeans, look nicer than her forest green ones. And then she called me that night, and she told me that from now on, when she wants to sit in the middle, we sit in the middle. She said it in my ear, in my mind. I went to sleep thinking about the way her instructions made me feel, and let me tell you, it was not a nice feeling. We just finished studying a book called The Scarlet Letter in English class the other day. It's about a woman named Hester Prynne who gets pregnant by a man she's not married to. As punishment, she has to walk around with a big letter A for adultery on the front of her dress. She has to stand on a scaffold for 3 hours while the town makes fun of her. The whole town. Many of the other women are angered by her beauty and quiet dignity. I like to think that I'm Hester in this scenario, and Trifina represents the jealous women in the crowd. One of the major themes in the book is shame. Hester's shame, but also the shame of the man who impregnated her. Guilt is another theme. Hester's husband, who she thought was lost at sea, was actually off gallivanting around when Hester got pregnant by the other guy who, spoiler alert, was a priest. Anyways, they all felt guilty. But why? I felt guilty for disappointing Trifina. If I can't reach her tonight, because I can't stop listening to these two old biddies talking about their new Sears coat, and I misunderstood what she meant about the red Aikida International flag jeans, and our lines got crossed somehow. But why? Isn't this a free world? Can't I wear whatever I want? I want Trifina to encourage me to wear what I want, the way those two women on the phone are supporting each other. I felt shame over the woman asking me to put my hands between my legs, but why? She's the one who was being a perv. She's the one who should feel shame, and lots of it. I'm my own person. I'm not letting some pervy old bag or bossy jealous friend make me feel bad about myself for no good reason. I feel bad for them. Well, maid, I suppose I better go to bed out of it, says the biddy with the new red coat on the way. Yes, maid, me too. Go look through the Sears catalog now. Tomorrow we goes down. Gerald won't know. They both squawk in peals of laughter. Oh my Jesus, I'm funny. All right, talk to you later, maid. Yes, night now, maid, but God bless. Don't get me started on God, I scream it into the phone, but they can't hear me. They've hung up, leaving me free to call Trifina. Thank you.